Once upon a time, in a lively village surrounded by hills and rivers, there lived a woman named Amina. Amina was a talented cook, known for her delicious meals that made everyone's mouth water. Each morning, she would wake up before the sun rose, preparing her food with love and care. The smell of her spices filled the air, drawing villagers to her colorful stall in the bustling market. Amina had 3 cheerful children to care for, and her husband, Idris, often spent time away from home, indulging in his own pleasures. He rarely helped her with the family, and Amina felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. She worked hard, but every day, she noticed something troubling. Her friends, Mariama, Fatu, and Zainab, who also sold food nearby, were making more sales than she was. One sunny afternoon, feeling frustrated, Amina approached her friends. "Why are you all selling so much more than I am?" she asked, her voice tinged with worry. Her friends exchanged glances but did not want to reveal their secret. "We just have our ways," Mariama said with a smile. "Keep trying, Amina. You'll find your rhythm." Confused and disheartened, Amina returned home that day, her heart heavy with worry. As she walked through the village, her mind raced with thoughts of how to improve her business. She passed by the old well, where a madman sat mumbling to himself. His clothes were tattered, and he looked unkempt, but his eyes sparkled with a strange wisdom. He looked up at Amina and said, "Woman, if you want to make more sales, pray to God." Amina dismissed his words, thinking, what does a madman know about business? She continued on her way, but the words stuck in her mind. Back at home, Amina faced her daily challenges. She had to cook, clean, and take care of her children while worrying about her husband, who was often away. Days turned into weeks, and her frustration grew. Determined to find the secret to success, Amina insisted on asking her friends again. One afternoon, her friends finally agreed to take her to a wise old grandmother who lived deep in the forest. "This grandmother has the secret to our success," they said excitedly. Amina felt a mix of hope and anxiety as they walked through the dense forest. The path was winding, and the air was filled with the sounds of chopping birds and rustling leaves. After a long trek, they arrived at a small hut surrounded by colorful flowers and buzzing bees. The old grandmother welcomed them with a warm smile. Her hair was white as snow, and her eyes sparkled with wisdom. "You seek my secret, Amina?" she asked, her voice gentle yet commanding. With a nod, Amina replied, "Yes, please. I want to succeed like my friends." The grandmother leaned closer, her voice dropping to a whisper. "To be successful in the market, you must prepare special charms before you cook. Each time you cook, you will need to write sacred words on your pot or place your undergarments inside it. This will bring you luck and ensure your food is irresistible." Amina's heart raced with fear. "No. I cannot do that," she exclaimed. The grandmother's eyes narrowed. "You have no choice. If you do not follow the rules, you will suffer the consequences." Feeling trapped, Amina reluctantly agreed. Her friends cheered, excited to have brought her to the grandmother. That evening, they gathered at Amina's home, and with the grandmother's guidance, they prepared her first meal using the charms. As Amina stirred her pot, she hesitated, feeling a knot in her stomach. But when she set up her stall the next day, her heart raced with anticipation. To her astonishment, customers flocked to her booth. The aroma of her food mixed with the charm worked wonders. People were delighted, and her sales skyrocketed. As days turned into weeks, Amina enjoyed her newfound success. She could finally provide for her children and even save a little for herself. However, despite her prosperity, Amina felt a creeping sense of unease. Deep down, she knew that the methods she used were not right. Each night, she would lie in bed, her mind restless with thoughts of the madman's advice. One night, overwhelmed by guilt, Amina knelt by her bed and prayed for guidance. "Please, show me the right path," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. She felt a weight lift from her heart, and a sense of calm washed over her. The next morning, with renewed determination, Amina decided to stop using the charms and rely on her natural cooking skills and hard work. She would trust in her own abilities, rather than in superstitions. When she returned to the market, she cooked with love and dedication, pouring her heart into each dish. She smiled at her customers and chatted with them, creating a warm atmosphere around her store. To her amazement, her sales remained strong. The villagers appreciated her authentic food, and word spread about her delicious cooking. However, Amina's decision did not go unnoticed. The old grandmother, furious at Amina's refusal to follow her instructions, sought her out. One evening, as Amina was closing her store, the grandmother appeared before her, anger radiating from her. "You dare to defy me," she shouted. "You will regret your choice." Fear gripped Amina's heart. "Please, I just want to cook for my family and serve my community," she pleaded. The grandmother's face twisted into a sinister smile. "Then you will pay the price for your insolence," she hissed, raising her hands as dark clouds gathered above them. Just then, the madman from the village appeared, rushing to Amina's side. "Stop," he cried, his voice echoing through the market. "This woman has chosen her own path. You cannot harm her for seeking the truth." The grandmother turned her attention to the madman, her expression shifting from anger to surprise. "Who are you to interfere?" she demanded. "I am a messenger of fate," he replied confidently. "You may have power, but true magic lies in the hearts of the people. Amina has found strength in her honesty and love for her family." With that, the madman stepped forward, and something extraordinary happened. A brilliant light enveloped him, revealing a powerful being who had taken on the guise of a madman to guide Amina. "Your time with darkness is over," he declared. "The goodness in Amina's heart will protect her." The grandmother's expression faltered as the light grew brighter. She stepped back, fear creeping into her eyes. "No! This cannot be," she screamed, but it was too late. The light engulfed her, and with a final cry, she vanished into the night, leaving behind only a whisper of wind. Amina stood in shock, her heart racing. She turned to the madman, who now seemed regal and wise. "Thank you," she said softly. "I didn't believe in your words before, but now I see their truth." The being smiled gently. "You have always had the strength within you, Amina. Trust in it, and continue to cook from the heart." With newfound hope, Amina returned to her store the next day, filled with joy and gratitude. She continued to cook with love, sharing her meals and wisdom with the villagers. Her reputation grew, not just as a cook but as a source of inspiration. As the years passed, Amina thrived, building a better life for her children and becoming a beloved figure in the market. She never forgot the lessons learned from the madman and the old grandmother. Amina had discovered that true success comes from hard work, honesty, and the courage to follow one's heart. One evening, as the sun set over the village, Amina gathered her children around her. "Let me tell you a story," she began, her voice warm and inviting. "Once, I was lost and unsure of how to succeed. I sought help from a grandmother who promised me success, but I learned that true success is not found in tricks or charms. It is found in love, integrity, and hard work." Her children listened intently, their eyes wide with admiration. "Always remember," Amina continued, "you can achieve anything when you believe in yourself. Never let anyone take away your light." And so, Amina lived happily ever after, surrounded by her family, her friends, and the vibrant community she cherished. The market flourished, filled with laughter, joy, and the delicious aromas of Amina's cooking.